Hey honey bunnies, welcome to Chocolate is Natural. I know it's been a very long time since I've made a video, but I can tell you what's been going on with my life. So much has been happening since the last time I made a video. I don't even know what the last video that I made. I have no idea what it was, but I can tell you this. Since the last time I made a video, I got married. We bought a house, and today I am 26 weeks pregnant. So much has been going on. I just did not have the energy, the time, or the patience to even make a video. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I took my pregnancy test when I was 6 weeks. And I just knew something was not right. Something was really going on, and I just couldn't figure it out. All I knew was my breasts were so sore that I had to sleep in a bra. And I knew that I was tired. I would come home, just sleep on the couch, and then I was like, look, something's really going on. I need to take a pregnancy test. So I believe it was on a Sunday, and I was at home doing my homework. It was probably a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't know. I can't remember. And I was at home doing my homework, and I was like, man, I gotta pee. And I was like, well, since I gotta pee, I might as well go to CVS, pick up a pregnancy test and check and see what's going on, because like I said, I knew something was going on with my body, but I just was not really aware, like what's really happening. So I took a pregnancy test, and the first time I did it, I did it wrong. I bought a 2-pack. It was a 2-pack, and it was on sale, thank goodness, because those things are high. But anyway, the first one, I did it wrong. The second one, I took my time, read the instructions, and followed it exactly. So I peed in a cup, and then I dipped the stick in the cup. Well, as soon as I dipped the stick in the cup, it started turning blue. And it was just like, bam, you pregnant. And I was like, well, maybe I need to give it some time. Maybe I need to give it some time. So I go into the living room, and I'm just pacing. Oh my God, I can't be pregnant. I'm still in graduate school, and and this and that. So when my cell phone went off, because I had set the alarm for it to go off, when my cell phone went off, it didn't change. It was like even more blue. So it was like, yes, girl, you are pregnant. So anyway, so once I found out that I was pregnant, I started buying my prenatal pills, and I made a doctor's appointment to see the doctor. So a lot has happened from 6 weeks to 26 weeks. Some of you guys know that 4 years ago, I had a myomectomy, and I talk about this a lot when I was doing my radio show, which I haven't done that at all. Don't even have the energy to do it. But I had a myomectomy 4 years ago, which means that I had a fibroid removed from my uterus, and it was a very large fibroid. It was larger than a grapefruit. And because I had that fibroid, I couldn't get pregnant. So it prevented me from getting pregnant. Once I had the surgery, 4 years later, here I am now, 26 weeks pregnant. Since my surgery, I now have, since I'm pregnant, I now have many fibroids that are growing inside of me because of the estrogen. So I can tell you this, that I have a very large fibroid that is the bottom left side, another fibroid that's on the bottom right side, At the top of above my baby's head, there is a long flat fibroid. And to the top on the right side, there are like 2 to 3 fibroids that they found. So because of my age, I just turned 39 yesterday. So because of my age, I am high risk. And also because of my fibroids, and they're, you know, they're pretty decent sized fibroids. So because of those fibroids, I have to see a specialist. And they monitor the fibroids to see how they are progressing and how it is affecting the baby. I can tell you now that I am on bed rest, and I have been on bed rest for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. And I will be on bed rest for the remainder of my pregnancy. The only reason why I'm dressed with clothes on today is because I had a doctor's appointment. I see my OB every 2 weeks, and I see my specialist every 4 weeks. So let me tell you why I'm on bed rest. Because of these fibroids, it makes it very difficult for me to walk. And I get out of breath, I get very tired, and I have a lot of pain because of the fibroids. I tried to work, but the further along that I got in my pregnancy, the harder and harder it was for me to walk. So I would be in the office just out of breath, tired, walking to the bathroom, walking to the kitchen so that I could warm up my food, going to the copy machine. I was just tired, out of breath, having to take breaks in the hallway. So I believe it was when I was 22 weeks. 22 weeks, and I started having contractions. But they're not real contractions. It is pain from the fibroids degenerating. When the fibroids degenerate, they die. They start to lose their blood supply. So as a result, it produces a lot of pain. And so at 22 weeks, I called my girlfriend, and I was going through this pain for a couple of hours, and it just progressively just got worse and worse and worse. And so I called one of my girlfriends who just had she just had a baby, and she has 3 kids, so she knows enough about contractions. I called her and I was like, "Hey, what are contractions like, and how do they feel?" And so anyway, she stayed on the phone with me, and she started timing them. They were very irregular. Sometimes they would come 1 minute, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes apart. And they would last for, like some seconds, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. She told me that I need to go to, when my husband gets home, have him to pack me a bag and for us to go to the hospital, because we believed that I was going to have the baby. She told me to call my doctor. I called my doctor, and my doctor was like, "Hey, if you are really having contractions, there's nothing that I can do to stop the contractions." He said the baby will not be able to survive at 22 weeks. So, I mean, when he told me that, it was like my heart just really dropped, because, I mean, I just love this baby so much. She's the world to me. And the thought of actually losing her, it was just too much. So my doctor was saying that I don't think you're having contractions, because with what I explained to him, and he said that if you can hold off until the morning time, instead of having to go to the emergency room, if you can hold off till the morning time, he said he will examine me, and we will go from there. But he was like, I won't be able to save your baby because the baby is too young and the baby will not be able to survive at 22 weeks. So once my husband got home and, you know, I put my doctor on speakerphone, you know, he was very sad, and he had started packing my bag, and then he just stopped. He just sat down on the bed. So after I got off the phone with my doctor, the contractions lasted for about 20 more minutes, and then I was able to go to sleep. The next morning we got up and we went to the doctor. While I was there visiting my doctor, those contractions, they had started up again. So my doctor prescribed Vicodin for me. And for those of you that don't know, Vicodin is a narcotic, meaning that it is addictive. And guys, the pain is so bad. It's like, I understand that it is a narcotic and it's addictive. They can be addictive. I took them anyway because I was just in so much pain, and he was saying it's not going to hurt the baby, because I was like, is this going to hurt my baby? That's all I was concerned about. Is this going to hurt her? I do not want this to hurt her. And he said it's not going to hurt the baby. He said, look, it's either this: you go through the pain and don't take any medication at all, and that pain can signal preterm labor. Well, at 22 weeks, that's the last thing that I want. So when I got home that evening, I had to take some Vicodin because the pain, he came back again. It's been about maybe 3 or 4 weeks since he prescribed the Vicodin to me, and I've taken it maybe 6 or 7 times. I only take it when the pain is bad and I just cannot take it any longer. And one thing that I have noticed that, oh, she's moving. She's moving around right now. But one thing that I've noticed is that when I take the Vicodin, she is still very active. She still moves around. She's still kicking, things like that. If she was just very still, I would be so concerned and so worried. But for right now, I'm not concerned or worried at all, because she still is a very active little girl. She's very active, and right now she's moving around, kicking me. She's over here on this side, on my left side right now, and she's just kicking and moving. And anyway, so